Now class 6, the story of Arjuna. The story of Arjuna. Now, the story of Arjuna, chapter 10, Radiant Readers. Long ago there lived in India a little prince called Arjuna. When his father died, he and his brothers went to live with their grandfather, Vishya, and their cousins. Vishya was very good and wise man and was very kind to his children. Sometimes the boys were very naughty and troublesome and could not be easily controlled. The grandfather could say to himself, I wish I could find a wise teacher for these children. The grandfather wanted to keep a good teacher for these children. One day the boys went to a forest nearly to play. The boys went near the forest to play. They had great fun throwing the ball high up in the air and trying to catch it and came down. Suddenly, because of the bad throw one of them, the ball fell into a deep well. Now, what shall we do? Some of the boys asked helplessly. The ball is lost and we have no other ball to play with. Little Arjuna, who was looking round, suddenly cried, There is a Brahman sitting near that tree over there. Perhaps he may be able to help us. The holy man smiled when the boys ran up to him and their problem. What poor maim you must be having to send down such a big well, he remarked, but don't worry, I shall help you if you promise to give me your dinner. Now, the holy man smiled and said that, okay, I will help you, but if you promise to give me your dinner. Give me our dinner, cried the princess. You will have much more than that. You must come home with us and grandfather, the great Vishya, will rear you. Okay, the boy said that, okay, we will pay you much more than the dinner because we have our grandfather at our home. Though, very well, said the holy man, now watch what I do. Now just watch what I will do. Okay, my student, then wait. Just from the WhatsApp, I am just teaching lots of problem. First, he took off his ring and threw it into the well. Then he plucked a blade of coarse grass. Taking aim, he went it flying swift and straight into the arrow into the well. All the boys ran to peer inside the well. They saw that the point of the blade of grass had pierced the ball. Now there he pointed out that inside the another blade, and taking aim to the before, sent one flying in the same way into the well. The children saw with surprise that the sound blade had pierced the top of the first one. Again and again the holy man threw a blade of grass, and every time he got a blade below it, so they all round up a top and the other and forming a long chain. So one after another he threw a blade. Now they formed a chain. Now I shall get into the ring, said the old man. Pulling another blade of the grass, he sent it flying into the well of before. Within a short time, up it came, the ring enclosing it. The princes were very much impressed with that and said, What is your name, sir? They asked him respectfully. My name is Drona. The boy said that. My man said, My name is Drona. Brahman said. And said the holy man, and go now and tell your grandfather that I am here. Now quickly the little person ran their little princess, and they said about Drona to their grandfather. This Vishya must be the wise man I have been waiting for, said Vishya to himself. Vishya said that I am waiting for this great Brahman. I have heard many stories about him and the wisdom. He will come to live to my household and teach the boys many useful things. Above all, they must learn to aim well and shoot straight as princes should do. So he's wanted Bhisha wanted to take the help of Drona to teach the princess. Now the first question is, all of my students, you look, why did the boys seek the help of the Brahman? The boys one day the boys were the boys are generally very naughty and troublesome, and the one day when they went to a forest nearby to play, they had great fun throwing the ball high up in the air and trying to catch it in the air when it came down. Now, at that time, because of the bad throw, one of them, the ball fell into a deep well. Now, what shall we do? It fall into the deep well. What they will do? They had to pick up the ball. So they wanted the help of the Brahman. They wanted to take the help of the Brahman. Now, next question. Why did the Brahman smile when the boys asked him for help? The holy man smiled when the boys ran up to him with their problem. Now, because the man said that, okay, he would help them, but the boy had to make one promise. So that after picking up the ball from the well, the boys should give him a good dinner. Give him a good dinner. Okay, that's why he smiled. Okay, my students, these two questions, nothing more. Go through it. Okay. Wish you in my next class. Okay.